This is Sugantha Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.S.Sugantha College of Arts and Sciences. Case delivery is about decision making and branching in C programming. A critical component of any programming language is the ability to make decisions where the computer is programmed to follow certain paths of execution depending upon specific conditions. C language, developed in the early 1970s, is a popular and one of the earliest programming language that offer decision-making capabilities through branching. In C programming, decision-making is a core skill that programmers need to master to build effective programs. Decision-making is the process of evaluating different conditions and choosing the best course of action based on the results. With an if-else statement, decision-making is implemented in C. Decisions are based on the conditions and are made using the if-else statement. If the condition is true, the code runs. On the other hand, if it is false, the code contained in the else statement is run. In C programming, branching is a technique that allows the flow of execution to change based on the result of a condition. Branching enables a program to run specific blocks of code depending upon the outcome of a specific circumstance. Decision making and branching is one of the most important components in the C programming. Every program has few problems to solve. Generally, the program executes its statement in a sequential manner. Decision making and branching is achieved by reading the input from the user by checking a condition. If the condition is satisfied, that is, if the condition is true, it is going to perform some task and show the result. If the condition is not satisfied, means that is, if the condition is false, it is going to perform the second task and the result is shown to the user. In C programming, the decision making and branching is achieved through if statement, switch statement, conditional operator statement, goto statement. These statements are also known as decision making statements. They are also called as control statements since they control the flow of execution in the C program. The simplest method of decision making offered by C programming is the if statement. The if statement tests a given condition and executes a code in the body of the statement if the condition is true. Otherwise, the program ignores the code block associated with the if statement and it continues with the subsequent code. It is basically a two-way decision-making statement. It allows the computer to evaluate the expression first and then, depending upon whether the value of the expression or the condition is true or false, it transfers the control to a particular statement. In the if statement, the condition is tested. If the condition is true, then the statement is executed. If the condition is false, the statement is not executed at all. The if statement can be implemented in 4 different forms depending upon the complexity of the condition to be tested. The 4 forms are simple if statement, if-else statement, nested if-else statement, and else if ladder. The if-else statement is a modification of the if statement that allows the execution of different code blocks based on whether the condition is true or false. As a result, the first code block will be executed if the condition is true, and the second code block will be executed if the condition is false. This is a flowchart of simple if statement. The text expression is evaluated based on the condition. If the condition is true, then the statement block is executed. If the condition is false, then the false statement is executed. If-else statement is an extension of simple if statement. The general form is if you are going to check the condition. If the condition is true, true block statement is executed, else the false block statement is executed. Next is the nested if. Nested if statements are branching statements that are embedded within another nested statements. It allows for more complex branching logic by checking multiple conditions within other conditions. The inner if statement are executed only if the outer if statement are evaluated to true. Nested if statement is mainly used to test multiple conditions. It is also called as nested conditional branching. For example, if we need to analyze the if the number is odd or even, then if it is even, whether it is divisible by 4 or not. And if it is odd, whether it is divisible by 3 or not. In such a case, only one if-else statement would be sufficient. First, we will check with one if-else statement whether the number is even or odd. Then, if the if block, that means if the number was even, we would like to have include another if and else statement. checking if it is divisible by 4 or not. And similarly, in the else block, we would have to include another if and if else statement, checking if the number is divisible by 3 or not. So including a numerous if else statement inside an if else statement is called as nesting. The second if and if else statement are said to be nested inside the first if else statement. This is why C language allows nesting of if and if else statement. These are called nested if else statements and provide clear decision making when some extra conditions are need to be checked inside the initial conditions, like in the previous examples. Thank you.